Thanks to EA for the game code. Hey lovelies, it's Kate. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. I've decided to build a mansion which is supposed to look a little bit like a castle. So it's really luxurious and kind of a typical mansion, but it also looks like a castle in a way. And I've also used the brand new Storybook Nursery kit in this build because I just felt like it matches the vibe of the build and it was the perfect kit for this build. And yeah, I started off by building a room and I then built a floor piece on top, which I made a little bigger, and this way I was able to lower the room into the ground. And because of the floor piece which I had added on top, I was able to see how far into the ground I had to move it. So the floor piece that you can see here is sitting right above the ground, and I then just made the castle or mansion a little bigger and added more sections. And I love how this build turned out because I feel like the build itself looks quite detailed also because of the whole castle theme. I feel like as soon as you're working on any type of castle, it just looks very detailed and intricate. There's just so much going on. I've used the windows from the castle estate kit, for example, and these windows alone just add so much detail. But then I was working on the landscaping, and there's kind of a contrast going on between the house and the landscaping because I have so much empty space in the garden and front yard. I just didn't want to clutter the whole garden using hedges and flowers. I was kind of going for a more simple look. Like there's a fence going around the lot. I'm going to use the one from the vampires pack, as you will see, and it just made sense. At the same time, there will be some more intricate details for the landscaping as well. For example, the driveway, as you will see. But I feel like there's like kind of a mix going on. It's like really over the top. It looks like a castle, but at the same time, it's like a little bit basic in a good way, hopefully. And yeah, I hope that you like this build. I hope that you like that there's like a change in the design direction, because recently I just had so much fun building these very typical KateEmerald family mansions. And where this is also a family mansion, this is like a castle. The style is different. I feel like I'm really getting into the autumn and spooky season mood, and I just had the best time building this. I just wanted to work on another type of build. The castle estate kit is really crucial for this build. Like when you grab this from the gallery, the windows are from the kit, and also the doorways, the arches, like so many little details. Here I'm like building this wall. I'm just using normal half walls to create this look, but I've used the kit a lot here. And I think that this kit is so awesome in general because when you want to build any type of castle, this kit alone, even though it's just a kit, has enough items to really create a proper castle. When the kit came out back then, I had the best time building a castle or multiple castles. It was so much fun going back to the kit in this type of style. And also I'm going to use the Storybook Nursery kit here, which was created in collaboration with Sixum. So EA collaborated with Sixum CC, and the kit looks absolutely stunning, and it just perfectly matches this type of vibe. It's perfect for the season because it's autumn and it's getting a little bit spooky, and I feel like that this kit is perfect for this. And yeah, here I'm working on the driveway. I've used a floor piece to create this circle. I've used the biggest size available, and it comes with a fence attached to it. I just place it down, I make it small on both sides, and I then use the sledgehammer tool to remove the fence. You can simply press K on your keyboard to go over the fence and remove it. And I'm then combining 4 of these pieces to create this perfect circle. And I've then just used terrain paint to connect everything. So the terrain paint is kind of creating a path going down to the lowest floor at the bottom, and then it's also going to the entrance and everything. So the circles, like where everything flows together. Later on, I'm going to make a change to this. I'm going to use one size smaller for the circle. So I'm just using the round floor piece, which is like one step smaller, because I felt like everything felt so crammed in. I'm going to use a car from Debug, which I'm going to place right in front of the entrance area, and I just felt like everything was so crammed in. At the same time, I didn't want to change the layout of the path and the house. I just needed a little bit more space, so I just made this area a little bit smaller. I'm just going to place a fountain in there, so I'm just going to make some changes, but the path is going to stay pretty much the same. And I had such a hard time choosing the perfect roof color, and I just ended up using black. So I don't know, it just also looks a little bit spooky. And I also wanted to add this tower, which really turns it into a castle style build, and I just had so much fun building this. Like, honestly, like, I was never the biggest castle builder, but as soon as the kit came out back then, I kind of, I don't know, just had so much fun working on castles, and it also became easier for me. I felt like I was always missing some crucial items to really create a proper castle, and I still think that it's like challenging, but it's so much fun. And yeah, here I'm using the good old base game debug brick, the bag of flour, which can be found in debug. You have to filter by base game to easily find it. And I mean, it's not really that easy because there are so many base game debug items. You really have to scroll a lot and you really have to look for it. Like, I was scrolling a lot this time to find it. I don't know if it changed like position, but I was really scrolling and scrolling until I found it, and I just placed it, as you can see here, to have like a border going around my terrain paint. So I knew that I would like to have the round floppies in the center, and I then also wanted to have the circular terrain paint around it. And I knew that I wouldn't like use it for the whole pass, because as soon as like you have a slope, you cannot really place it properly. So I just wanted to place it on the ground, so I'm only using it in the top section. I'm going to use the flat base game bush to like have a border going around the slope. This is what I like to call it. Like, when you think of the base game plants and bushes, there's like this very flat one, and I like to use it to either hide terrain, which I'm also going to do here, or to have like a little border going around stuff. It's amazing for landscaping, and for me it's a staple for landscaping. I can just totally recommend it. Also, let me know how you are doing, what's going on. Are you working on anything in The Sims? What do you think about the new kits? There's another, like a second kit, which just came out. I'm going to cover this one in a different video. I'm so obsessed, and I know that kits are kind of controversial, but I love them. I think it's so amazing to have like some really great items, like a nice selection. Every single item in a kit usually like has a purpose, and when you combine them, you can create a perfect nursery or a perfect castle. For example, you might remember when Courtyard Oasis came out, how obsessed I was. I just love that these items are just so perfect to create whatever the theme is. So I'm really pleased with most kits, actually. And here I'm using the new base game terrain paint, like the lawn, like the green color, because we got a gigantic base game update. And I'm so obsessed with this new terrain paint, I just had to use it. And the brown one, the soil one for the flower bed, is from Horse Ranch, actually. I never know which color to use for a flower bed, because we have so many like different options to create like a flower bed. You have like this soil type of look, and I don't know, I just love that it's like, I don't know, it looks like caramel. I love this type of color for the flower bed here. And I used a decoration from high school years just in the front. So this is not like a castle item, but I just love to add random stuff to a build to make it more detailed, and this just made sense. I've then used a roof decoration from Get Together to really tie everything together. I had no idea which one to use at first. Oh, and the fountain in the center, in the circular area, it's from Cats and Dogs. I've also used it recently. I only stumbled upon this recently, actually. Like, whenever you look at debug and live edit, there's always something new you can stumble upon. I love this, and I never really noticed this fountain. I don't know, I've never really used it. And yeah, then used the car from debug as well, and I placed it in the front. You can see how cramped in it is. Like, this is still like the biggest circle thing, and it looked a bit cramped in. I've used the fence from the vampires pack here, so I wanted to have a combination of like a mansion and a castle. So I've used some of the castle items which are like very on the nose. You can really tell, okay, this is a castle item. And then I've also used some objects from other packs to really turn it into a more realistic mansion type of build. And I just felt like the vampire fans is so, I don't know, it just looks regal, but it also has a gloomy vibe. And yeah, I really think that the autumn vibes are really like getting to me. I really want to build something spooky, and I'm just so excited. You know, every year when autumn is right around the corner or when it has just arrived, I'm always talking about it. Let me know if you're excited for autumn. We get some like amazing stuff. Like they announced an expansion pack for Halloween, and I'm so excited about this. And I'm just really in the autumn mood. Like I really came to appreciate summer more, as I've recently said, but I just noticed, okay, I'm in the autumn mood. This is like my season. I can really feel it. It's here. And yeah, here I'm using the flat base game bush finally. These flowers, which I've used in some areas, I found them in Live Edit. I forgot to record this, and I don't really know to which pack they belong. They are just a random flower from Debug or Live Edit. So when you scroll through it, you will find so many amazing plants and bushes. I feel like it generally has to offer so much, but I feel like the biggest game changer in Debug and Live Edit are the trees and plants and flowers. It's so amazing for landscaping. And here I'm using a debug item from the base game, so it's like a stepping stone thing, and the little gazebo thing is also from Debug, actually. I think it might be from Discover University, but I'm not really sure. I just stumbled upon it and I've used terrain paint. I was so scared that I would encounter this bug where you load into a lot and the terrain paint just disappears. I thought, oh no, I've done all these gradients. I was shading the area like where the flower bed meets the lawn, and I was like, please don't disappear, and it didn't disappear. I was really lucky. And yeah, here I'm already furnishing, so I wanted this once again to look like a castle but also like a mansion. So it's pretty rustic, but there are also some more modern elements like the sofa, for example. But when you look at the windows and the doors and everything, it's like a kind of a mix. Also the curtains, I just wanted this to be realistic, like one of those luxurious mansions that are so over the top, but it still looks like a regular mansion, kind of. So this is like the fireplace area right behind it. I decided to put the dining area, and then you will see that right behind this area I'm going to work on the kitchen, and the kitchen is once again gigantic as always. And I'm also going to place a small table over there, so it's like a breakfast area. And behind this door, next to the painting, there's going to be the bathroom. And I'm so excited to show you the bathroom because of the round rooms, which I had used to create the exterior. The layout of some of the rooms is pretty interesting, and I feel like it actually added so much to some of the bathrooms. And yeah, this is the kitchen. I love the windows. I don't know, just look at them. Just look at them. They are so amazing. And I was going for this rustic castle look, and the cabinets are from the base game, I think, or the Vampires pack. I'm not even sure. And the counters are from the Realm of Magic pack. So I've used a combination because I didn't find the matching cabinets from Realm of Magic. I think we only got the counters back then, but never any cabinets, which I don't like. I always appreciate when we get some matching cabinets. And I've used these beautiful curtains in a green color. I just wanted this to have a spooky vibe. But I mean, you can see it's like a regular mansion in a way as well. And I love these chairs from Get Together. They are like made out of stone. Like this is what they look like, and I just love this. So this is kind of the main bathroom at the bottom, like on this level. This is like not a bathroom which is part of a bedroom, but like kind of the main bathroom. I've used a combination of different curtains, and here you can see the curved room. I've added a doorway, and it's perfect to place a bathtub on the inside, and because of the doorway it's open and connected. And I've also decided to add a walk-in shower here, so this might seem very modern, like it's more on the modern side definitely, but I just wanted to include like every luxury possible, so it's really a proper mansion. And I still like decided to use these pillars to really make it look more like a rustic room still. And I've used this wallpaper like everywhere, and same goes for the floor. I thought, okay, it's a castle and everything kind of has the same brick everywhere, so it makes sense. But I'm going to use a base game wooden floor for the bedrooms because I just wanted them to be a bit more cozy. But I've really used this floor and this wallpaper everywhere, and the wallpaper is like more on the cooler side, like a cool tone gray, and the floor is like more warm toned. But I don't know, just like the contrast. This is one of the bedrooms, and this is kind of the master bedroom. It has a bathroom attached to it, like an ensuite, and I just love the window in the back, and I've decided to place the bed right in front of the window. And this room is like a bit smaller and long, like it has this elongated shape, and I just thought, okay, it's perfect to place a bed in there. And then we have this little bathroom, and then there's another room. So it's kind of like a hallway which is connecting the actual bedroom and the bathroom, but it's all part of one bedroom, if that makes sense. It's like these three rooms belong together, and there's like one door leading into the room, and it's like supposed to be one suite or something. Like this is really one big master bedroom area, and in the room I had just placed a sofa and everything, so your Sims could sit down. And this is a cute nursery. I've used the items from the Storybook nursery kit here, and I love the items so much. The quality is amazing. I love the details, I love the textures, and it just matched the really gloomy vibe of this house. And yeah, this is another area. So there's like this tower which you saw from the outside, and there are like multiple rooms stacked on top of each other, and I decided to turn this into like one area. So this might be a small apartment which you could rent out if you own for rent. This might be a perfect area for a butler because there's a bathroom, a living room, a small office area, and also a bedroom. But you could also, like, I just remember it, if you want to rent this out, you would actually have to like add a small kitchen area probably. But yeah, this could be used in different ways. This could also simply be another bedroom for a household member, but there's like some extra space. I just felt like the setup of the tower just makes sense. So the tower is kind of one area, and you can use it as a bedroom area or something. I just felt this makes sense. And this is the bedroom, which is part of the little apartment that I've just talked about. So this is like the top level of the castle tower. It has a red color scheme, as you can see. So it's like really, I don't know, cozy. I think it has like a gloomy vibe, but at the same time, it's super cozy. It gives off some vampire vibes for some reason, but I feel like the red is just making it so cozy. There's just so much warmth in there. So this is like really luxurious. So it's kind of similar to the other bedrooms. So this could be the master bedroom as well, actually, because we have like a little living room area, we have a bedroom, and then we have a bathroom. And this is another room, so this is supposed to be like a beautiful kids room. And I've used two beds in here because I feel like the setup of the windows and curtains were just calling to do that. I don't know, it just felt it's so perfect. And I've added like this big dining table, so I was able to add two chairs. So this is like really a room for twins, for example. And I just decided to like go with this beautiful bluish green color scheme, like more on the green side, and I just love this. I feel like it's so cozy. Again, a bit gloomy. I don't know to which pack the wallpaper belongs, probably to cottage living. And this is like the big area below the tower at the bottom, and it just turned this into like some type of party room, just a room to socialize. You have the bar and everything. You can like play some music and dance. You have the sofa in the center, a chess table. You could also maybe add a dance floor to this, so this could be a big room to have a party or anything else. Like there's really a lot of space in this build. It's really spacious, and this is it. Here you can see so many screenshots. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you've you've enjoyed this build. You can grab this build from the gallery. My ID is KateEmerald. My builds are CC free and unmodded, so you can just grab this and let your Sims move in. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are doing so well. I love you so much, and I hope I see you in the next video. Bye bye.